the project. Yeah, this why. See, yeah, when you see my screen right now, this is the render support from any render engine in the market, like V-Ray, Corona, Lumion, anything. Yeah, so they can collaborate with the collaborate. Yeah, I mean the collaborate with the 3ds Max. Okay, so next, so this is the post productions. Even though right now you can, I think they have some material they collaborate from Autodesk and Adobe. Yeah. Okay, this is before we do some demo. Yeah, I do some demo. So this is the what's coming. I think what's new in 3ds Max right now. 3ds Max currently they have a 2025 update 3. Yeah, this is the latest. If you have a 3ds Max right now, let's say the 2020 or 2022, 2023, so you can update. So you can go to the portal, Autodesk portal, so you can download the new update. Yeah, the lot of the improvement. Okay. So I think this is important. Why? Yeah, there is a many, many things update inside in 3ds Max. Yeah, but today I bring some several, not all because we have a limited time. Yeah. Okay, I think this is more important. We have the smart extruder. Yeah, what the extruder and symmetry modifier. Let's say in this demo show about the create the hard surfacing. Yeah, this is from the, I think this is for the manufacturing. Yeah, the manufacturing. So they create some mesh. So they're planning some create the, let's say, yeah. Okay, let me stop. When you see my screen, yeah, the cursor is only on the viewport. Yeah, because when you do some extrude, basically you can go to the modifier and then you can put some I think click here to extrude, and then you right now there is a smart extruder. So you only create from mesh, from surface you want to extrude, and then you press the shift. Yeah, this is important because this is the fastest. Yeah, the fastest you can do by using the smart extruder tools. Yeah, in symmetry. Okay, let me continue. See, when you see my screen right now, this is more easy. This is they using also the boolean. Yeah, so this is the powerful of the boolean. Yeah, if you max user before, yeah, I think this is more improvement inside in boolean. Yeah, because when I talking about the boolean modifier, I think some the old user modifier is the boolean is the legend. Yeah, everybody using, but I said, hey, you know what? This is something new in Max starting in 2023. Why? Because in 2023, many things inside the improvement from Boolean. When you see right now, is yeah, the user is no longer to click the modifier panel and then go to the menu. Right now, see everything they do with the shift. Yeah, see. Okay, this is the symmetry, the powerful of symmetry. So you when you try create a mirror, yeah, the mirror from the object, this is more easy because right now they have a powerful from the symmetry tools. Yeah, so this is trying to smooth. Okay, this is how to figure out, yeah, how to figure out the smart extruder and new symmetry modifier inside. Yeah, can you imagine if you own the project more complex design? Yeah, more complex model. Yeah, so the smart extruder and the new symmetry is more help to your project. Yeah, that's why this is quite good, more improvement. Yeah, for the smart extruder and the symmetry modifier. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, yeah, this is the snap. Yeah, even though this is 2023, but snap working pivot is more important. Sometimes when you do modeling, you point the pivot. Yeah, let's say I want to rotate from this side. Yeah, so previously it is not easy, right? This is not easy. But start in 2023, they have the new tools. Yeah, when you see in status bar right now, this is the snap tools. Yeah, the snap pivot tools inside starting in 2023. So you more easy. Yeah, you more easy to uh to point. Yeah, to point which area we want to, let's say we want to rotate Yeah, we want to rotate. Yeah, this is more easy when you see my screen right now. See, so yeah, I just point, even though, so I can change the gizmo. Yeah, this is the gizmo, the pivot gizmo, the directions, the orientations, X, Y, Z. Even though you can change any particular, see, this is trying to put, yeah, let's say this is the samples. Even though, let's say, they have the snap working automatically, they put the helper. What the purpose of the helper? Sometimes people, this is coming from the animation industry. Yeah, they put some, create some rig. Yeah, they create some rig, so they put some pivot. Yeah, I think this is more easy. This is the Boolean modifier. Can you imagine if you using the 3ds Max? I think 2020, not 2020, I think 2020 below. Yeah, Boolean is sometimes is more boring, right? Can you imagine when you done with the Boolean? Yeah, let's say you want to union intersections. Once you do, I think if you want to back, you need to undo, right? Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, right? But right now, Boolean starting in 2024, this is more improvement from 2023. Yeah, Boolean also have the insight in 2023, but 2024, this is more improvement. Right now, Boolean modifier inside in modifier list. Yeah, I think previously if you max user before, Boolean inside in menu, right? You go to the menu modeling and then you choose the Boolean, yeah, like something like that. But right now, Boolean inside in modifier list. So this is more easy. Yeah, let's say if you want to change, yeah, the model, yeah, the operand. Now you can go inside the modifier. See, I think before you need to undo, right? You need to undo and then you can pick. Yeah, let's say you want to I want to change from union to let's say from the intersections. Yeah. So right now you can pick any, even though when you see my cursor right now, there is like a layer. Even though you can stack, even though you can move up, move down, right? This is more easy. Yeah, easy to create your model. Yeah, to modification your model. They say I want to change. Yeah, for the intersection, something like that. This is more easy. Yeah, this why. Okay, so I jump. Yeah, yeah. I think it's more. This is 2025, the flow retopology. I think what is flow retopology? So this is I took, yeah, even though this is from Maya. Yeah, this is same in 3ds Max. Right now, when you do the retopology, now retopology inside in cloud. Wow. Yeah, so I can say wow. Why? Because when you do the retopology, you can feel your computer is more heavy. Why? Because the retopology process is consume your RAM and your resource on your laptop or your computer. Yeah, let's say previously when you do, it's so long. Yeah, versus basically when you import the, I think the high poly with triangulate. I want to change, yeah, the model when is take long. But see, right now flow retopology now inside in cloud, Autodesk Cloud, is more easy. It's not heavy. Yeah, everybody happy. See, this is the flow job. Even though you can, this is you can see the monitor. Yeah, your process. Yeah, your process workflow in monitor. This is cloud. Yeah, once you get retopology, you need to install. See on menu. This is same with 3ds Max. Yeah, in this demo I show this is I'm taken from Maya, but this is same in 3ds Max. Once you install, because grab retopology or flow grab engine, this is separately installed. So you can go to the Autodesk portal. Then you can see the features, type features, and then you can download because separate. Yeah. Once you install all the flow grab, and this is automatically when you do the retopology, they pull all the mesh inside in cloud. Yeah. So they do all the thing inside in cloud is not like feel heavy, yeah, inside your computer. Yeah, see, this is, even though you can see the compute complete, even though you can import after. See how fast, yeah, how fast, yeah, all the things, yeah, previously is too slow, sometimes so when finish, yeah, the question when finish because it's too slow, but right now when you do the retopology, DSMax, yeah, have the, I think, the improvement in flow retopology. Okay, what USD is not currency, right? Yeah, not US dollar. USD is stand for the Universal Scene Descriptions. This is the model from Pixar. Yeah, Pixar, I think all the DCC right now, the DCC application or 3D application in the market, they looking for the new format. I think previously we know, yeah, we know like OBJ, FBX, right? I think from the animations industry, they know the Alembic, the ABC. Now the industry, the 3D format is because we want to standardize all the let's say the format into the one like USD. Now this is still developed, but I think some improvement. This scene, yeah, when you see my screen, this scene is taken from the Pixar. I think if you watching the Toy Story 3, this is the implementation of USD inside in Toy Story 3. Starting all the assets by using what the advantage right now. The question: the file is more smaller, more light, not heavy. That's why many 3D application right now they adapt the USD format on their pipeline. Yeah, this is will coming. Yeah, this is will coming. I think more improvement. I think in 2024. I think latest 2026 versions is coming. Yeah, this is more improvement. So this is the Arnold. Arnold also have the improvement inside in, I think, the 7.3, 7.2. I think more. I think right now there is the menu. Yeah, more easy to adjust. Yeah, the parameter fastest right now. Okay. Okay. Next year I will show you. We have one for demo. Okay. So this is the super array. Yeah. What array? I think if you use array before in 3ds Max, but right now is more improvement. Okay. Can you imagine when you create the asset on your project? Let's say you own the asset vector. You put all the things. Let's say like a chair, a desk. Yeah, you create it. Right now it's more easy. You see, even though not only one directions, is many directions. I think like this one. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Like this one, like a bookshelf. When you see the demo, I think previously this one. Yeah. Yeah. When you create this one, can you imagine if you interior design, you copy one by one, right? Right now, in array modifier, the new array modifier is more improvement. Can you imagine when you create, it's more easy. You create and then you can set the directions, even though it's spacing, offset, anything, length, height, anything you can. This is more easy when you create like this. Yeah, for the interior design. Yeah, okay. So I continue. See, it's more easy right now to arrange the asset, even though you create the stitching. Yeah, when you create, well, if you a product designer, I think more easy right now. Yeah, let's say you want to create some furniture, yeah, a chair with the stitching. Right now you can add the stitching inside in array. Yeah, along the pad. This is the pad, right? You only create the pad and then you can apply your stitching inside the pad. More easy. Okay, yeah? See, can you imagine your architecture? Yeah, previously you create one by one, right? But right now you can implement array to your project. Let's say I create the railing. Yeah, let's say I want to create the railing. Now you can apply the array modifier inside your railing. Yeah, even though, I know this is they create, this is not only using the array, they put some helper and then they also mix, yeah, in this demo. Yeah, in this demo I show, they mix with the wire parameter. Yeah, the wire. Yeah, but this is modified using the array modifier. Yeah, see, if you now you just click and then you want to extend. So we jump into the okay. I think this is the how to create. Yeah, this is the using the, I think it's the previously is already. This is how easiest to create the cupboard. Okay, yeah. See right now the Boolean modifier, they support the chamfer. Yeah, more easy when you see this is the live. Yeah, so I try to create the cupboard. Yeah, and then when you see, yeah, the chamfer right now they have the new feature also. Yeah, this is the chamfer modifier. Even though you can see this is more smooth, and then this is automatically live the Boolean dynamic. Even though you can change the Booleans is automatically they inherit to the chamfer modifier. Yeah, this is the beautiful things when we see the combine, yeah, all the tools. Yeah, see the smooth of the edge by using Boolean, yeah, creating the Boolean. See, okay, and then they mix with the Boolean modifier and chamfer, more easy. Okay. Okay, so we go to the cat. I think is so many update. I think if you if I show all the feature, I think 1 hour. Yeah, I think later. Okay, this is the demo, the cat to fish demo. Yeah, how to, I think the simple one, the step one is import DWG. There is two things to import the DWG file. So you, even though you can drag the DWG, or even you can, let's say you want to drag from the Revit RVT, so you can drag and drop can. But this is the way how to import DWG from the CAD. And the first, yeah, you need to consider the centimeter, millimeter, the units. Yeah, this is important. Yeah, this is important. Why? Because sometimes when you using millimeter or centimeter inside in CAD, you need to same, yeah, the same unit inside in 3ds Max. Okay, so after you adjust and then you can import the DWG. Yeah, this is some options, so you can pick. I think myself just the let's say I want to change use, yeah, let's say inside when you import the 3D AutoCAD 3D, so you can pick, yeah, many things because they support also from the modif. This is the extrude. Yeah, let's say extrude also inside in AutoCAD. Yeah, the CAD data, so you can check, yeah, many synchronize from the CAD data into the 3ds Max. Okay, let's say, yeah, I want to change uh the orientations. Yeah, even though when you import, yeah, the, let's say from Revit, they understand what the camera, so they on the camera. Yeah, this is the blueprint. Yeah, this is the 2D drawing. Isolate, yeah, move. So I'm using the box, yeah, only the box. So okay, let me stop first before you decide. Yeah, put some the, I think the blocking, yeah, the name is block technique. So you need to activate the snap because snap is more important. Yeah, when you are working with the 2D drawing. Yeah, when you using, when you create the 3D model inside in 3D Max. Yeah, that's why I like the snap. Yeah, the snap features. Yeah, the snap tools. This is more easy. Let's say, so I snap. Yeah, this is the first I put some block inside in the 2D drawing from the AutoCAD. So what's next? The next I want to extrude. Right. This is to describe how to create the 3D model from 2D model. Okay, yeah. So I move. I think is this is only to, I want to change. See, yeah. See, this is only the extrude. Yeah. So I'm using the shift. Yeah. Remember, just press the shift key on your keyboard, and then you can move, drag to your mouse from any directions. Yeah, let's say I want to create, yeah, this is the snap. That's why my mouse is the about to skip. Yeah, that's why this is the snap. Yeah, more precisions. Yeah, more precisions. Let's say I want to create, this is the a door. Yeah, a door sign. So I create a door, so I need to extend. Yeah, so I just only press the shift key. Easy, why more fast. Yeah, right now to create a modeling, the 3D modeling inside in 3ds Max. Okay, yeah, so I move. So I move. Yeah. Okay, so I try to finish all the 3D. Yeah, this is the 3ds Max. If you the first time using 3ds Max, this is the overview 3D 3D applications, 3ds Max applications. This is the, so you can change top, left, right, and perspective model. Yeah, I think it's depend, you want to see the perspective on your object. Let's say right now I want to see from the top. This is more easy. I just press the Alt W on my keyboard, the shortcut, so I can change the shifting between which one I want to overview. Let's say I want to overview from the top. Yeah, this is more okay. I see the for view. Let's say this is, so I finish all the things. Yeah, because this is the simple. Yeah, the only the first floor. Yeah, yeah, this is first floor. After finish, so what the next? The next I need to create some floor and the top. Okay, so this is I create. So this is how to create the change from shade to line. Yeah, this is the modifier. Yeah, this is more easy to create the 3D show. Yeah, this is the tools modifiers. Then you can choose any you want to. Let's say in this demo, so I try to create some to pick some line. Yeah, from the 3D. So I create the to extrude. Yeah, to create the extended floor. Yeah, that's why in this demo, so I show you how to convert to take the line from the 3D, then I convert into the 3D for the extended floor. Okay, yeah. This is I'm using the sweep modifier. Why the sweep modifier is more important? Why? Because we don't need to create the 3D and then we extend all the things. Sweep modifier, even though you can change the model. Yeah, there is a variant template. Yeah, which one you want to create the 3D model with the fast. Yeah, this is the sweep modifier. Yeah, there is a lot the modifier that can help you in 3ds Max. Let's say in this demo, so I try to create this extended floor. Yeah, that's why I put the from line. Yeah, I think previously when you see my screen right now from 3D from, yeah, I think this one. So I try to adjust the thick and, yeah, the thickness, yeah, from the models. Okay, so I create the extended floor. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to move. Yeah. So this is, you can select it and then you can isolate. Yeah, this is the way how to view your project more easy in 3ds Max, because you can see many site. Yeah, let's say I want to create some see-through. Yeah, see-through overview. Yeah, so you can change the preview from the solid model into the, let's say, the wireframe. Yeah, this is shortcut. You just press the F4 on your keyboard. Yeah, even though it's more easy. Let's say I want to put, yeah, because this is the window, right? Yeah, this is the window, so I create the window. Yeah, because this is like yeah, the window, so you can choose and then you can decide which one the window. Yeah, anything. Okay, so I move. Yeah, this is the window. When you see right now inside in 3ds Max, there is the architecture object. Let's say once I create, yeah, let's say I move backward to see to put the asset windows. Yeah. So when okay, this still using the okay, let's say this one. So I choose the architecture object. Yeah, there is architecture library inside in 3ds Max. Let's say you want to create a stairs, you want to create a window, you can create a door, yeah, two-way door, anything model of door. There's a provide inside in 3ds Max. So you don't need go to the library except you want to specific model of your window and door. Yeah, let's say you can go to the architecture AEC. Yeah, they call the AEC extended. Yeah, there is a door. Yeah, let's say I want to create the window. Yeah, this is the whole thing inside in 3ds Max. So you don't need to create the model from the zero. Yeah, from the scratch. Yeah, let's say the window. So you can go to the modify the menu from the 3ds Max. Then you create the model of your window. Yeah, so you can decide which window you want. Yeah, single window, double window, and anything. Yeah, and then you can adjust the width, thick and thickness from your window beside. Okay, so I move. Yeah. Okay, so after you complete all the things inside in your model, yeah, so you planning create a floor pattern. Yeah, I think if you using 3ds Max before, yeah, you will be known about the pattern generator. Yeah, I think everybody when I talking about, hey, what applications, what 3D application you, everybody say the flow generator, but flow generator you need to pay. Yeah, even though they have provide two version, one is the paid. Yeah, the paid is more complete, but the free version is limited. But right now you can create the flow pattern inside in 3ds Max. Yeah, the same. Yeah, that's why so I create from the line to create to convert as a mesh. Then I create the material. Okay, I think you move. Yeah, this is okay. I move until, yeah, this is I convert from line to mesh. Yeah, easy this one. So I try to isolate. Now the next, so I create some material. Yeah, this is I think is more a bit complex. Yeah, a bit complicated because this is you need to design. Yeah, even though, but this is advantage. Why? Because you can see the you can divide your pattern, your own pattern. Yeah, let's say by using the material. This is the material editor inside in 3ds Max. So right now I'm using the OSL. They call the USL or Open Shading Language. I think most of the 3D application right now they own the OSL. Even though now Autodesk they produce the Material X, they developing. I think this year it will be stable. Okay, so this is the advantage of the USL. Can you imagine if you took if you want to take the wood pattern right now, wood pattern, so you can generate inside in 3ds Max. This is the wood pattern by using the OSL. Even though you can change the direction, the wood model. Let's say you want to kayu jati, even though kayu jati, kayu meranti, anything, yeah, anything you want to change. Even though you can create, yeah, see, this is the details, yeah, the details from the wood. Even though you can change, yeah, so I don't want to more detail here. I think next, if you want more detail, yeah, I think I can show you. Yeah, but right now I think I will skip some. Yeah, see, this is the orientation, the y-axis. Yeah, this is the first. Even though, so we can mix. This is the wood generator. The wood generator now you can pick from the material from 3ds Max. You don't need go to find the Google anything. No, just in 3ds Max. Okay, so you can define. Yeah, this is more detail. The color of the wood, the detail, and maybe you want to, yeah, except you want to, let's say a dent, there is a dent inside in floor. No, because you need to other applications to create it. Yeah, anime 3D Max only to generate the solid like pattern. Okay, so I move. So I combine, this is the combine the UV, yeah. Maybe if you, this is not familiar to hear about the UV. UV is the way how to implement the pattern, yeah, the pattern of your object, yeah, because your object is many surface, yeah. I think some surface is bumpy, some surface is flat, yeah. That's why UV, I'm using the UV map to finalize to create some pattern, yeah. This is the pattern, one to pattern. Let's say one floor you have the custom, yeah, custom pattern, yeah. This is more easy right now. You just decide which pattern, yeah, and then you can apply the wood many things, yeah, inside. This is, I think this is the final, yeah, this is the final, yeah. This is more when you the first time you see, hey, so complicated, yeah, not complicated, and not complicated, because this is, I try to preview and I try to render, yeah, live render. This is the, I think the same pattern when you see the floor generator, same, but this is more custom, yeah. Let's say you want to the distance from this pattern, so you can adjust the distance, even though you can change the color, even though you can, let's say I want to more bumpy, yeah, from any pattern inside, so you can do it, because this is more easy. You can adjust many things you want, yeah. See, this is the result, they create the pattern, yeah, using the material in 3ds Max, yeah. That's why the 3ds Max is the, I think is yeah, everything you want to create the pattern you by your own, you create, yeah, by inside in 3ds Max. Okay, so I move, yeah. This is the another material they call, let's say I want to create, this is the bathroom, yeah, the bathroom. So I want to put some let's say material in bathroom, so I'm using the PBR, yeah. PBR is the, I think normally everybody right now know about the PBR. PBR is full support right now in 3ds Max. Yeah, in this demo, when you see my screen right now, this is PBR. So you can pick, I think, a lot of the PBR website, yeah, like Polyheaven and CCO Texture, yeah, in the market. I think it's free. You can take, it's a free, yeah. This is material. That's why it is more easy how to adapt the PBR material inside in 3ds Max. So just open the state material editor, and then there is a menu about the PBR material. So PBR import, yeah, PBR import inside in 3ds Max material editor. So you can decide download, yeah, any resolutions. My suggestions is not too higher, because the PBR right now they have a 4K, yeah. The 4K, yeah, it depends, sometimes it depend your hardware, yeah. Once you get the 4K, sometimes, hey, when I download it's too long, because you own the 4K, yeah. But basically I took is 2K. 2K is enough, yeah. 2K or below is okay, no problem. But 4K, consider is, sometimes is consider your hardware. Okay, this is the PBR, the fastest material by using the PBR. Okay, this is the PBR. This why when you apply, this is the for the bathroom, yeah. So I try to divide to, because I separate, yeah, this wall I separate plus first, yeah, because I don't want to apply all the things walls, yeah. That's why the first we need to select it, select the wall, and then we exclude from this model. See, yeah. So I'm using the UV map to defines, and then which wall I need to create it from the model. See the UV. Yeah, this is by using the PBR. Yeah, this is the, let's say this is the porcelain from the bathroom. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is the PBR. So I move to the, yeah, this is more easy. I think the just import. Yeah, let's say how to import. Yeah, I think many things you can took from the, let's say you can go to the TurboSquid website or anything. Yeah, I think basically I'm using the TurboSquid, yeah, mostly from the free object, or even though, yeah, or even though, let's say if you own the SketchUp pipeline, yeah, on your office, yeah, now the you can import the SketchUp with perfectly inside in 3ds Max. starting in 2019, when you import, sometimes it's below. I said before 2019, when you import the SKP file from the SketchUp, the material is breakout. Anything. Hey, this is messed up. But right now, when you import, let's say, hey, I want to project from the I own project from the SketchUp pipeline. It's no matter. This is more easy right now because you can import the SKP model from the SketchUp is perfectly. I said the material, anything they can support. Let's say mostly some user they own the SketchUp pipeline. So they own they want to create inside, they want to visualize in 3ds Max because the client own the 3ds Max model, so you can import right now from SketchUp. Or even FBX. I think it's standard lah. Like FBX OBJ, something like that. Let's say this is from the OBJ. Okay, so I move, this is more easy. That's why you just only to align your object. Let's say this is from the bathroom. Okay. Okay, we move on to another because we have time. This is the adding material. Let's say I want to Windows blind from my Windows. So when you do the modeling in 3ds Max, there is many way. There is many way. I said, let's say I want to create the, how to say, the model, the model from the Windows blind by using the NURBS. The NURBS model. Because I want to create the model, the Windows blind. So I don't want to create from the scratch. So I think the best way I'm using the NURBS modeling model. Okay. So I move. This is detail. See, I just create some surface, and then NURBS modeling is more like the dynamic. I said the dynamic is depend on your shape pattern. Let's say I want to create this pattern from line. By using the NURBS, it's more easy. See, after I using the NURBS, I try to do some retopology. Why? Because the NURBS model, when you put some material, when you render, I think the best way you first you need to convert or retopology your model. I think it's more more easy. So this is, so I try to put some all the things to create the Windows blind until okay, I move. I move. So this is, I'm using the helper. So I don't show more detail here. If you want to more detail about the wire parameters, how to create the rig. So I think the last we have the Q&A session, so you can put, hey, I want to see. I think next we will show you a demo how to create the rig or wire parameter. This is automatically. Why? Because the Windows blind purpose, you can adjust by the sun coming, right? The sun, the lighting coming. I mean, the lighting coming. That's why this is more easy. Right now I'm using the controller, so I don't want to create manually. By rotate. One by one. That's why. So I want to change the Windows blind by using the controller. This is called the controller. What's the controller? I think later, if you want to more detail about this, I will do some demo for you. But this demo, so I try to more fast to explain. Okay, right now, see, so I can rotate all the things not manually by automatically all the things I'm using. That's why when you create the using the 3ds Max, so you can create any idea, right? Any idea. Let's say I want to create controller to control to more simplify to our work, right? I think previously you create the manually, you rotate manually, but right now in Max you can create some automatas for you. It's more easy to work, right? Okay, so I move. Okay, so I go jump to the Arnold. Like I said before, Arnold is engaged with the Autodesk since 2017. 2017, coming in Max in 2018. Why Autodesk engaged with Arnold? Arnold have the I think previously in solid angle company. Yeah, where there is previously, but mostly Arnold using in the, yeah, when you go to Wikipedia, you try to Arnold render who produced with the movie or the project with Arnold render. There is a bunch of list, lot of lists from the customer are using the Arnold render. Yeah. So when this is why Arnold render engage with the Autodesk, the first is award-winning path tracing render. Yeah, what the path tracing render? If you all, I think if you own the video card, VGA, NVIDIA RTX model right now, they have the ray tracing. Yeah, this is for the gaming, right? Ray tracing, but this is the same with the tracing, path tracing render. They support full support of the NVIDIA, easy to use and artist friendly. Sorry. Why easy to use? So I try to talk to someone who never using the render. They don't have any background render. I try, hey, could you try the Arnold render and then see after? Yeah, this is not only because a lot of the customer they shifting. Yeah, some project, okay, so I need to spend our budget, so I don't want some project I need to using V-Ray, but I think the rest I try to using the Arnold because Arnold right now is a part of the Autodesk and free. Yeah, one thing Arnold is free, right? You need to pay. Then he tried from couple days. He said, "Hey, Thomas, this is more easy, right? Because I don't have any background or any experience with the render. Yeah, that's why this easy to use. This is not only text easy to use, but this is coming from the user experience. Okay." So yeah, this is the Max to A plugin is free, every subscription. If you do some subscription every year, so you will have the update from the Arnold render. Yeah, no need to purchase from the third party. Yeah, to save your budget, right? Okay, so this is the Arnold. So I try. This is the finish, the end of project. So I complete all the project here. So I put all these things ornament right now. So before you decide, you can go to the render setup, and then you can go Arnold and make sure you have the new, because this is my I think previous. This is the new versions will be remind. Let's say the currently is 5.7.50, but right now the new version is coming is 5. Yeah, you need to download because sometimes they have a box, right? I think I think most of 3D applications, yeah, you need to update. Why? Because there is some a box. Yeah, you need to, or even they have some improvement. But when you see my screen right now, there is the Arnold compliance or Arnold compliance, which means why we need to shift, even though right now Arnold support for CPU and GPU. Let's say if you own the maybe the newest CPU, the 40 series, yeah, 4070, 4080, even though you own the 4090, yeah, you can use the GPU. This is the advantage. Yeah, I think the end of my presentation, I will show you the comparisons between the CPU and GPU. Yeah, let's say this is currently I'm using the 30 series. Yeah, from the GPU. Yeah, so I can shifting from the CPU and GPU. Right. Okay. Right now, let's say trying to the CPU first. Yeah, this is the menu from the Arnold render. Once you get, this is the Arnold render, or we can say this is the PBR, sorry, the IPR. So I try to decide which camera, because first, before you render, you decide, you put some your camera, yeah, like a movie, yeah. So I try, okay, this one is the camera one. So I try to render preview. This is the Arnold render preview menu, Windows. After you create the Arnold render preview menu, okay, you try to click the play button, yeah, run button. Yeah, this is depend. Yeah, again, this is depend when you see at the bottom from the Arnold render view. This is divide how much time you consume. Yeah, so this is automate. Once I get the render, so I put the I think for HD. Yeah. Okay, this is from the setting because I don't any setting, yeah, from the Arnold setup. Yeah, this is using the basic, but when you see right now, it's quite good. Yeah, because yeah, this is the automatically when you change anything. Yeah, yeah, but aware if you have the computer spec is the lower. Yeah, you need consider you need to even though you can render area, yeah, not the whole render because is sometimes is getting yeah, like this demo I try to adjust the Arnold light. Yeah, this is the Arnold light, the way I see the see-through, yeah, the see-through from the windows blind. Yeah, and when you see this the shadow ambience to the area of the chair. Yeah, when you see the depth of the shadow, even right now there the color corrections. Yeah, I think most of you if using the 3ds Max, the final you put inside in Photoshop, right? Yeah, to adjust the brightness, the light, yeah, anything you want to adjust inside in Photoshop right now with Arnold. Even though Arnold they own the color corrections here, even though you can adjust the saturations, the contrast, the gamma, the offsets of your color. Yeah, even though the exposure you can change the parameter. Oh yeah, let's say it's too bright, it's too dark. Yeah, anything. Yeah, anything you can change. You can play around with the Arnold render preview. Okay, see. Yeah, I want to more the lighting is more dimmer. Yeah, dimmer. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes they have the warning here, and sometimes the error is not impact your render. Even though yeah, when you see right now my screen right now, even you can have the snapshot. What the snapshot propose? Let's say when you pitching your customer, hey, this is our render, so the customer can compare, right? They can compare. Hey, this is the before, this is after. So they can decide, okay, which one you want. Okay, we need to put to adjust more brightness on your screen. This is more easy, right? When you presentation to your client inside in 3ds Max, because they on the snapshot, so you can compare after and before, right? This is the exposure. Yeah, even though you can change, yeah, your customer happy. Hey, this is what you want. The project, yeah, the lighting, even though so I can change the lighting. Yeah, that's why, yeah, this is the reason why I put some controller here. Is more easy. Let's say I want to render how bright the lighting. Yeah, even though so I can define the area. Yeah, why I define the area? So I only, let's say, yeah, the client, hey, I want to see only this area. It's more easy. You don't need to render the whole your project. You just only to describe, and then you can put area, which area you want to render. Yeah, this is more easy right now. See, I only render this area. It's more faster right now. See, done. Yeah, this is the way how to uh, simplify your render. Yeah, this is the way to Arnold. Okay. So I think yeah, this is the yeah, this is the kind of the model. What's which Arnold model? There's a lot model, Arnold model inside in the, let's say I want to create a ceiling lamp. Let's say I want to create some IES, if you Revit user, yeah, or interior designer. Sometimes you want to put some IES, yeah, IES, yeah, IES model lamp. So this is more easy. Let's say I want to create ceiling lamp. Yeah, this is create by mesh. Yeah, this is mesh. You can apply. This is, let's say, the bookshelf. Yeah. So yeah, there is a lot. Yeah, there is a lot. There is many models of the lighting from the Arnold. Yeah, model. Okay. Okay. Let's say I change and then I put some spot color, and then there is the model from the lighting. Yeah, I think they have provide the ES. See, yeah, the lighting. Yeah, the model lighting from the object. Yeah, there is a lot. Yeah, there is a Spot, I think the same with the previous one, but Arnold is more. Uh, you can set the until the advanced setting here. You can scroll down. Yeah, so you can get any lighting on your screen. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is only adding. Yeah. The question is, hey, I have AI in AutoCAD. How about in 3ds Max? Yeah, this is the common, yeah, the common question from the user. Hey, so any AI in 3ds Max? The answer yes, but this is the plugin is from the third party. Yeah, I think the Autodesk still, but before we see about the AI things, but this is important. This is will be coming soon. Yeah, coming soon from the project Bernini they call. This is AI across the Autodesk platform. Okay, okay. This is they call the project Bernini from the generative organ AI. So when you put the object, anything they can provide, yeah, model, yeah, from the this is cloud, yeah, cloud AI. Let's say if you want to more scratch model, you just click and drag, and then the AI, the Gen AI inside the Bernini, yeah, they can figure out which object they can create, which model. Yeah, this is, let's say, yeah, if you put some from any applications. Oh, okay, I want to create some jar inside in 3ds Max, right? So I want to create what kind of model inside, so you can use to the project. It is will be soon. Yeah, will be soon. Yeah, will be soon in Autodesk, across Autodesk model. Okay, so this is from the third party. So I move fast. Yeah, this is, if you have any more depth how to use, yeah, so I can use explain separately, yeah, later. So this is the TyFlow. TyFlow is provide with the third party of the 3ds Max, like a plugin. Yeah, there is a much plugin they support in 3ds Max. Yeah, because yeah, that's why the user is very happy with 3ds Max. Why? Because a lot of plugin are support in 3ds Max. Let's say I'm using the free. Yeah, this is they call the, I think is more technical. Yeah, so I move. Maybe it's a bit boring. This is I move. This is the why the T-flow. What the T-flow was for? I think this is to create the particle. Like if you have the, let's say you on the advertising, the animation, right? Tyflow or inside in 3ds Max they on the particle flow also. So I move, yeah. So I move. This is the AI. Yeah, they call the tie diffusions. So let's say I want to pick some chair or the room, so they can generate. Yeah, this is automatically generate. You can prompt, you can typing any model. Let's say, hey, I want to create a modern chair with the material leather, yeah, with more blah 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 blah, and then you can generate. Yeah, and remember when you generate, yeah, they consume your RAM, yeah, your memory. Yeah, that's why, yeah, consider if you have the lower, let's say you own the 8 gig, 16 gig, yeah, consider because it's a bit slow. Yeah, sometimes it be slow. Yeah, okay, so I move. Okay, yeah, this is will be shown. Yeah, will be shown on your uh 3ds Max preview. Even though, yeah, this is the model that I see. This is like a professional, right? Yeah, this is like a professional. So I just only create this one. Yeah, the model of chair for the interior. Then I use the tie divisions. So I said, hey, create some Modera with the letter, with the lighting, blah 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 blah. So I put some all the things details, and suddenly they generate this one. Yeah. So the question, this is can be the production. Yeah. So I personally I can say no. Yeah, but this is like as our reference, right? Let's say I want to create the model like this, so this is good for our reference, but I don't know is that can be final production. Maybe yes for the later, but for tie diffusion flow, the tie flow, this is for the beta version. Yeah, that's why. But when I see this one, the model A, it is the more improvement is quite good for the, Let's say you want to pitching your customer, hey, this is I have a model from the my product design. Yeah, this is more easy to present because the quality is quite good. Yeah, even though I don't use Photoshop. Yeah, even I don't render with Arno Render. So I use the Gen AI from the Thai diffusion. They render like the final, like a professional, right? Okay. So what next? Yeah, I think some 3ds Max. Yeah, this is something like the Autodesk working from the next. Some of this already inside in 3ds Max. Yeah, like GLTF, like USD, like before I show, like Material X. Yeah, all the things is already settled. And the next in 2026, yeah, 2026 model, let's see, include like I said before, the project Bernini. Okay. Okay. This one, remember the visualization 3ds Max on the visualization, the dream team. Right now, 3ds Max plus Arnold, you create some sophisticated uh, model from your project. Yeah, 3ds Max plus Arnold. Arnold is free, remember. Once you do some the subscriptions on your Max, the Arnold you can get as a free for the render your render solutions, right? Okay, this is the comparisons that I said before. The Arnold GPU rendering. See the difference between CPU and GPU. Yeah, in this demo using 20 series, 60 Ti RTX Super. Yeah, this is 20 model right now is 40, is maybe double. Yeah, will be double CPU and GPU. 12 minutes 30 second with CPU and GPU 1 minute 30 second. If I believe, yeah, if you're using the 40 series, I think until 1 second. I don't know. I never, because I'm using the 3070, right? If 4070 Ti Super maybe is more faster than before. Okay, this is the comparison between CPU and GPU. Yeah, this is the how to, yeah, I think customer, again, this is customer on uh, they own choose. Yeah, let's say, hey, I have the old computer model is not it's no matter because you can using CPU. But remember, if you using CPU, you consume is the time is more longer, not faster. I think if you own the GPU, I think it's more better because you can get the result or more faster. Okay.